Another question I have is, in the last several years, say 3 to 5 years, what's been the one guilt-related study or event that has really changed the way you think about how we should manage guilt development, and that's already have generated some impact in the field?
For me, I think for a while, the guilt development was kind of a forgotten piece of the sow system. And I think it is our greatest potential for improvements in sow reproduction and lifetime performance. And we really need to start paying more attention there. And actually, Jennifer Pattison and George Foxcroft just put out a review within this past year that really discussed kind of managing gilts for their lifetime reproductive performance, that I think summarizes a lot of the data over the past 20 years really well. But I think we have recently had this issue where, a couple of large systems had gilts not expressing the standing heat reflex. And they did some slaughter checks and saw that some of them actually were cycling, they just weren't ever expressing heat. And it wasn't just a small number, it was kind of this relatively large number of animals that all of a sudden just weren't expressing the standing heat response. Some of them would have vulvas that's kind of swelled up, but then they never locked up and really showed the behavior. And so I think that got a lot of the academics and the veterinarians and everybody together to start, in the genetics companies, to start trying to figure out kind of what changed and what went on. And actually the good news for me is that put a lot of professionals into GDUs to start looking at management and reevaluating kind of the guilt portion of our sow performance. So I think in my personal experience, that was kind of the first time, or this has been it's really put me on a lot more GDUs in the past couple of years, just trying to work through some of these issues that we were seeing with these gilts not standing in heat. And some good research is starting to come out of that. And I think that that's going to kind of get us geared up to start maybe putting some more research dollars into kind of focusing on it. Because I think like I said, we have just a lot of potential there to make good improvement in sow productivity by focusing back on the development of the gilts. And really the development of the gilts begins at birth, maybe even in utero. So, looking at season of birth and where the mother's stressed can, they've already shown that stress during gestation can alter the ovarian characteristics. I mean, you can go all the way back to in utero development, and that's when guilt development really starts, not just in the finishing phase at the GDU. So I still think we've got a lot to learn and a lot more maybe consistency or research to do on methods for optimizing puberty attainment in those gilts.